Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Great Tech Tutor, and what I do is solve technical drawing problems and also provide very important information that you can use to have better performance in your technical drawing examinations. If you are watching my video for the first time, I want to ask you to subscribe to this YouTube channel. By subscribing, you will make me to feel encouraged, you will make me to work very well, and you make me to do more on this channel, and help me to share my videos to your friends. Tell them to come and learn here, as I'm sharing very important information. And do not forget to practice. This is a practical subject. You need to practice it so that you can master it. I'm still working on the construction of ellipse, and I've done that of the use of the concentric auxiliary circle method, and I've also done that of the use of rectangle method to construct an ellipse. Now I'm going to show you how you can use what we call focal point method to construct an ellipse, and this is the question I'm using from the Pickup and Packer Engineering textbook, that is book 1. And I'm using this question, as I said, question 1 here, that says that draw an ellipse with a major axis of 150 millimeters and a minor axis of 100 millimeters by focal point method. So the major axis is 150 millimeters and the minor axis is 100 millimeters. So what you need to do in this case, first of all, is to draw a horizontal center line here, horizontal center line. Okay, so horizontal center line here, as I'm doing it here like this. Okay, all right, so then we draw a vertical center line, so you don't need to rush this work. So as I've been saying it, this is a technical drawing, it's technical drawing, so you need to take your time to do it. So draw horizontal vertical center line as I'm doing it here. Okay, the next thing that you are going to do is to take a measurement. So this is the point of intersections. I will call it point O here. Okay, so then we take a measurement of so if you divide 150, which is the major axis, by 2, so that means we have 75 to the left side and 75 to the right side, so making 150 millimeters. So I will call this point, I will call it point A. Okay, and this point I will call it point B also. Then so we divide the minor axis by 2, that is 100 by 2. So from point O here, so I will take 50 millimeters down and I will take 50 millimeters up, making 100 millimeters. So this is point C up here, and this is point D down here. Okay, all right, so having done this, the next thing that we need to do is to locate the focal point, because we are asked to use focal point method. So we need to locate the focal point. So what we need to do is to place our compass at point O here. Okay, so where the two lines intersect, then extend it to point A. So extend to point A here, so which is 75 millimeters. So or you extend to point, just take this distance OA or OB, so anyone that you like, just take anyone that you like. So either you take OA or OB, as I'm doing here. So all right, so you take this distance and you put at point C here, or you put at point D, then you make an arc on this side of OA like this. So also you do the same thing here on this side of OB, so make an arc like this. Okay, so this point that we have here, so this point here, so this is the focal point 1, so we call it F1, and this is focal point 2, so we call it F2. Okay, so we have located the focal point, which I believe you understood how I located the focal point. All you need to do is to take the half of major axis, which is 75, or just take OA, or you take OB, then with your compass, then put the pinpoint of the compass at point C or at point D, so you get this point. Just make an arc on this side of OA, so make an arc on this side of OB, and then this will give us the focal point of the of the ellipse. So that is the first thing to do. So the next thing that we need to do now is that we are going to divide distance OF1 and OF2 into a number of equal parts. Let's say I want to divide into 5 equal parts. So all I need to do is to, which I believe you know how to divide a line into a number of equal parts. So we are doing the same thing here. That's why I said that everything that you have been taught in technical drawing is not a waste, is not lost. So we are still going to make use of them several times. So we continue making use of division of line to a number of equal parts in technical drawing. So we are going to draw a line in this direction also. So we turn our set square to this side. So we also draw a line in this direction like this. Okay, now I want to divide OF1 and OF2 into 5 equal parts. That's what I want. That's what I want to do. So all I need to do here, so I'll just set my set square, my ruler like this, and make 5 divisions. So with 10 millimeters. So this is 1, 10 millimeters. This is 2, and this is 3. So this is 4. This is 5. Okay, so good. So I will also do the same thing on this side. So from O down, so I will take 10 millimeters. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is that, so with my ruler, which I believe you know how to do, I first of all join the last division with F2. So like this. So I will also join the last division with F1 like this. So you don't need to rush this work, please. So take it easy so that you can get it done accurately. Okay, so all I need to do now, what I need to do now is to set my set square like this. Then I will shift to the next point. Okay, so shift to the next point. I believe you know how to do this. This is how to divide a line into a number of equal parts. So draw this line. So let it touch the line. So then you move to the next point. So you draw. So you move to the next point. Here you draw. Then move to the next point and draw. So also, so we need to do the same thing on this side. So you set your set square along this line, support it with your ruler. Then so you shift to the next point. So you draw like this. Then shift to the next point and draw. So you shift to the next point and you draw this. Then the last one, so shift to the last point and you draw. Okay, so now, so let's move on. So the next thing that we are going to do is to number the points on this line. So this is point, so this is point 1, so this is point 2, this is point 3, this is point 4. So I will leave this one, I will not number it. So this is also point 1, this is point 2, this is point 3, this is point 4. I will also leave this. Okay, so the next thing that we are going to do now is very, very important, which I will be happy if you can pay attention to. Very, very important. So this is point B and this is point A here. So what we need to do now is to take our compass, take your compass. So put the pinpoint at point A here. Okay, let me call this 1 prime, so 2 prime, 3 prime, 4 prime. So very, very important. Okay, so put the midpoint at point A here and extend it to 1 prime on the right side. Put the pinpoint at point A on the left side, extend to 1 prime on the right side like this, extend to 1 prime here like this. Okay, so extend it here, then you raise it up like this, take that distance, put it at point F1, put it at point F1, then you make an arc up here like this, make an arc up here, and you also make an arc down here. Okay, so the same radius, just take it, put the midpoint at point F2, then you make an arc up here and make an arc down here. Okay, now the next is that So put the waypoint at point. So put the waypoint at point A again. Extend to 2 prime. Extend to 2 prime on the right side. So just take it easy to do it. So don't rush yourself. So 2 prime here like this. Then raise it up and put at point F1 here and make an arc down here. So make an arc here. So you make an arc here. Okay. So then take the same radius, put the pinpoint at F2 and you make an arc here. So make an arc here like this. So next is return the pinpoint to point A. So extend it to 3 prime on the right side. Okay, so take it easy. All right, so then put it at F1 like this. So draw an arc here. So draw an arc here. Okay, so then put it at F2. Then you draw an arc here. So you draw an arc here. All right, so next is put the pinpoint at point A again. So extend it to 4 prime on the right side like this. Okay. All right, so then raise it up and put it at F1. Put it at F1. So draw an arc here like this. Then you draw an arc here like this. Then put it at F2. Put the point at F2 here. Okay, then you draw an arc here and you draw an arc here. All right, so we are done with that. So the next is that we are still going to make use of point A. So now we are making use of the numbering on the left side. We are done with the use of the numbering on the right side. So put the pinpoint at point A here and extend to 1 on this left side, to 1. Okay, on this left side. So take this distance, put it at F1 here and you make an arc here. So the first arc, let it meet the first arc. Let it meet the first arc here. So then put the same radius as at F2. So draw an arc here and you draw an arc here. Okay, so next is put it at A again. So extend it to 2. Okay, to 2 on the left side. So put it at F1 here. So make an arc here. So you make an arc here. Then put it at, so we are cutting the second arc. So put it at F2 here. So make an arc here. Then you make an arc here. So next is from A to 3. From A to 3 here on the left side. So put it at F1. So on the third arc, make an arc like this. So make an arc like this on the third arc. So put it at F2. At F2. So make an arc here. And then you make an arc here. So last one is for 4. So put at 4 here. Okay. So put it at F1. So make an arc here. And you make an arc here like this. Okay, so then put it at F2. So make an arc here and make an arc here. I'm looking at something. Okay, no problem. Okay, so with what we have done here, so we have these points of intersection, so including point B. So this point here, so this point here, and this point here, this point. So point C is part of it. So this point, okay, so this point, so where the arcs intersect, so we are including point A. So this point, this point, this point, this point. So point D is part of it. So this point here, so we have this point. So we have this point and this point. So we are going to join all these points together to form the ellipse. So this is it. So I'll just set my French curve like this. So it's not something hard. You can join two if you like. So I want to join. Okay, so I'm adjusting the French curve, so I can join these three together like this. Okay, so I can join this. Okay, all right, so we are moving on. So if I turn it here, so you need not to rush this work. So see the way I'm doing it. Okay, all right, so then, so down here I will also do the same thing. Okay, so we are moving on. So to complete this work, okay, all right, then so on this side, okay, so for this part I have to take it easy. Okay, okay, so I can join this. Then I'm almost done, but there's something I'm going to add to this work which is very important, so they may ask you to also do that. So I'm going to add it to this work. That is how you can construct a tangent to a point on the ellipse. So I'm going to add it at once so that I will not be making another video for that. So this is the ellipse, so we have made it. So let's see how we can construct a tangent to a point on this ellipse. So they may ask you that you should draw a tangent to a point 40 millimeters from the axis. So this is the axis from the major axis, so to a point 40 millimeters from the axis. So let's see, so what you just need to do is to take a measurement of from this minor axis here, from this point O here, take 40 millimeters up like this. So this is 40. So next thing to do is to draw a horizontal line from here. So draw a horizontal line from here, but it's not compulsory. Okay, this is the point, so we already have the point. This is the point here, so we have a point here, so that's the point that I will be using, so which is this point here. So I will call it point P. So don't forget, what you want to do is to draw a tangent to a point on the ellipse. So the next thing that you need to do, is to join this point P. So join it with point F1, that is focal point 1, join like this, and then you also join it to point F2 like this. Okay, so you join like this. So after you have done that, so you have to bisect the angle between line PF1 and PF2. So to do that, just put the pinpoint of your compass at point P here. So construct, so draw an arc like this. So draw this arc. So the arc touches this line PF1 at this point, let's call it point X, and PF2, let's call it point Y, touches it here. Then So next thing is to bisect this angle. So we want to bisect the angle. That's why we constructed the axe. So just put the pinpoint of your compass here, extend to a convenient radius, and then you draw an arc like this. Also, so the same radius put at point Y. We have used point X, so put the same radius at point Y here, and you draw an arc. So the arcs, they intersect at this point here. They intersect here, so I will call it point Z. So next thing that we are going to do is to draw a line from point Z passing through point P. So I'll just draw a line like this. So all right, so it has met point P from point C, so like this, from point Z. So the next thing is I'm going to draw this line. So extend this line so it go out like this. So this line that I made, I make thick, so it's called a normal line. So I've written it here. So to now draw the tangent, a tangent is always at a right angle to the normal. So it has to be at a right angle, that is at angle 90 degree to the normal. So what I usually do is to take my protractor, I will set that 90-degree line. So I will set it on the normal and make sure I have a little space around here on the point P like this. Then I will draw the line. So just make sure you have a space. So then I will draw the line like this. Okay. So this line, so I will call this line. So this is P. So this is Q. So line PQ is normal, and line RS so is the tangent. So this line is the tangent. So this is the tangent. So this is how we can construct an ellipse by focal point method, and also you draw a tangent to a point on it. So it's as simple as I've shown it here. All you need to do is to practice. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel to encourage me. Okay, so then I will do more. So tell your friends about this channel and keep on practicing. Thank you and God bless you.